Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got some weird stuff to talk about today. It appears that the major order is still yet to be updated. We're a couple of days in since we've managed to save Super Earth and we're still awaiting a new MO. So we're going to take a look at what it is that's happening with the development team on that one because it's very, very strange. We've also got to take a look at the review bomb that's been happening as we set you guys a task to counteract it, and it appears that it seems to be working. Some stuff over on the Reddit would imply that there needs to be some more changes, and we're going to take a look into that one, as well as Super Earth itself holds some interesting statistics. With that being said though, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on, it'd be so greatly appreciated, and make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option compared to those tinned alternatives that we're all used to. And now we've got an Australian and EU store, it means that we can expand out with quicker deliveries. Make sure you use code CloudPlays at checkout via the link in the description to get yourself a cheeky discount. And we're also going to do a giveaway here on the video. If you want to get involved with it, it's very, very simple. Make sure you keep an eye on the screen. We're going to be putting up a random emoji at random time in the video, so keep your eye out. Put it in the comment section, it'll enter you in. We'll announce that one in just a few days' time. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So, taking a look into the game, it seems very odd indeed. It appears that players are dropping back off, waiting for this major order. I'm not really too sure what it is that's happening. After we've just had the Heart of Democracy content drop, we're now left with a stagnant time period of days with nothing. The major order is still awaiting, and we've currently got 63,000 Helldivers active, whereas around last night, still waiting for the MO, there was about 120,000 players. It's very interesting. I don't really know what's happening. All of the development team have gone quiet, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But Super Earth is still safe, and everybody is now starting to make their attacks to run everything down. It appears that the automaton sector has taken a bit of a hit, with the DSS holding on to Yalivar, meaning with a low resistance of 1.5, we can still take that one down and get a whole sector back there. Over on the bug sector, though, people are focusing on some weird areas, such as Astera, which is the liberation point of a low 1.5%, meaning that there is going to be another sector taken after we can hit Veld after that on a low 0.5%. This should hopefully cut everything off, meaning that the sector right here is going to be safe as well, with the Celeste sector being cut off after the Orion sector is felled. It's a very interesting one indeed, but I want to know what your guys' concepts are right now in the comment section below. Hopefully we'll receive an MO later today, and we're going to be live waiting for it after this video goes up, so make sure you stay tuned. Your personal order for the next 24 hours is to extract from a successful mission 3 times. Very easy indeed, can be done in about an hour's time. And for those of you guys wondering what your superstore is looking at, the Vision of Freedom with the Hellbent armor set is currently in the store, so you guys are going to want to go ahead and grab hold of that one if you haven't already. Is definitely a good look. Everything else is still laid out the way that it is, with still no kill zone armor making any appearance. That being said though, let's take a look behind the scenes and see what it is that's happening right now in your Helldivers 2 realm. Starting off, EPG6 has posted up an incredible video. We'll want to see this one in its full fruition, and I want to make sure that he gets as much exposure as possible. But this is the last stand on Super Earth, with our president holding the flag, a pistol, and shooting down all of the Illuminate before he is inevitably taken out. This is a very, very good piece and something that I actually really enjoyed watching. So if you haven't gone ahead and checked it out already, make sure that you do. Links in the description. Massive shout out to EPG6. Some incredible work coming from there at the moment. On top of that, though, we've also got the Steam reviews, which are taking a bit of a turn around. For those of you guys who don't know, the China Divers managed to make a massive review bomb on this game. Although quite low when we take a look at the overall reviews, it's not even put a notch on the 220,000 negative reviews that happened way back in May when PlayStation required the PlayStation linking. That was probably the biggest thing. So this little notch down here is absolutely nothing at around 4,000 overall. It's an interesting factor though, because when we take a look at the most recent review movements, we can see that 16 to 17,000 reviews, and we're now starting to make a bit of a comeback. The review bomb is now depleting down and is doing absolutely nothing. So make sure we continue that fight for the course. If you haven't already, head over to the link in the description and go ahead and get that positive review in there to fight against the pathetic and pointless reviews that are going up in the negative review bombing. Moving forward, though, we're also going to take a look at the Reddit, because you guys have been putting up some interesting stuff that you have wanted to see come into the game, alterations, and more. This one right here states just a few more armors, please. Now, obviously, we received a buff to the latest Master of Ceremony armor sets, which were absolutely incredible, and we're looking to have a few more changed. As you can see right here, the integrated explosives, which has an armor explodes 1.5 seconds after the wearer dies, is borderline useless, although the armor set is pretty cool. So hopefully they managed to get some changes into that one, as well as the unflinching, which helps prevent Helldivers from flinching when hit. We'd take any more buffs, man. These two definitely need a rework, but there are a lot more that could do with the team changes coming in play at some stage or another. What it is that Arrowhead's actually doing, I have no idea, because after scouring through the Discord for about an hour this morning, the Helldivers team at Arrowhead have been borderline silent. The only thing that we've actually seen is the Baskinator, who's been replying to just completely random comments and replying with GIFs and stuff. But overall, there's been no statement on what it is that's happening with the game and why it is so quiet right now. It's a very, very odd time to be a Helldiver. Straight after a large update, going quiet is not a good look. And moving into this next one right here, over on Super Earth, we were actually able to take out the Illuminate Overseer ships. The Overships were absolutely amazing, and this was something that we needed to take down. There was a specific mission where a big turret would come out from under a playground, and you had to angle it and fire it, and then be able to take out the large ships in tangent, and that was part of the mission. Somebody posted up right here, please keep this mission type and expand it, Arrowhead. Waiter, more shooting down giant ships with large cannon, please. Now, that they were looking for is giant bot ships that we could see as an invasion on Cyberstan. Not sure about how it would work with the bugs, though. There'd have to be some like giant hive reproduction system somewhere that would be like a massive, maybe giant spore tree that we could shoot down. Would be pretty damn cool as well, but that's something that the Arrowhead team need to really look into. This content that they dropped on Super Earth was absolutely huge, including new mission types, new mega cities, and now we've got none of it. So, yeah, if you could expand this into the current faction base, then that would be absolutely huge. Now, while we talk about Super Earth, though, it appears that Super Earth numbers were absolutely incredible. When we take a look over on the Helldivers companion app, we can see that the planet statistics were absolutely bonkers, with 16 million missions that were on there. There was so many completed, it was absolutely insane. 2 million that were failed. Mission dive time, though, with all of you Helldivers that dove on there, it accumulated up to 1 year, 7 months, 4 weeks, 18 hours, and 56 minutes. That's insane, man. Absolutely insane. When we take a look at the kills and deaths, so as far as Dead Illuminate, there was 7.9 billion, running up to nearly 8 billion. There are still some Helldivers that are on there now that have some missions that are still available, so the number is still going up a little bit. Dead Helldivers, though, we only managed to kill 120 million Helldivers. In a comparison number shot, that is absolutely crazy and a really, really good narrative for the Helldivers, meaning that you guys just killed so many Illuminates to combat against the dead Helldivers. So, for those of you guys who are dead, though, rest in peace. A massive shout out and thank you so much for your service. And accidentals, there were 17 million accidental deaths to Helldivers on the planet as well. Overall, some incredible statistics and hopefully something that we can add some more numbers to one day. I'm not hoping for another attack on Super Earth, but if that's the only way we can get the content, well, I'm happy to let them straight through the front door, as I definitely miss those mega cities and new missions. Let me know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. But talking about the comment section below, yesterday was the second iteration of our Reddit Sundays, and they went down like an absolute treat. You guys really seem to enjoy it. So if you haven't already got involved in our Reddit, the link is down in the description. Every single week we're going through the concept work, the clips and stuff that you guys are putting up, and it seems to be going down really well, and I'm having a blast making them. But taking a look at your comments from that video, this first one states right here, I'm convinced a major order on the bug side was only made so that the bug divers would actually contribute to the defense effort. Now, if you guys don't remember, during the Super Earth time period, there was around 100,000 people on Super Earth, 40,000 were on the bug sector for no apparent reason at all. And then out of nowhere, we managed to get a second major order, which came for the bugs. So they actually may be right with that one, since we all had a lot of hate towards the bug divers at that time. It was a bit of a weird one. This next one states right here, XCOM could easily cross over into Helldivers. Also, there was a massive tier list on that video, which was crossovers that people wanted to see. see, and it was an interesting one, but XCOM could work, especially on the Illuminate sector. It would work really, really well. Hopefully we'll receive a crossover coming soon. It's been a little minute since we saw the Killzone armor, and something that could come through would be absolutely lovely. And this one finally is about the review bomb. It states, getting upset over not being able to liberate a fictional city from a fictional alien invasion in a fictional war in a fictional video game where the devs have avowedly said that they had a story to tell and have already manipulated the winning mechanics of in the past. To do so due to regional pride is among the stupidest hills to die for. Kudos for defending the city, facepalm for reviewing bombing the game. Now, I actually agree with this one hugely, although it was not a story narrative that was laid out. Every single major order does have the ability to win and lose, and there was a second narrative that was actually lined up for the game. It was an absolutely huge one, so what would have happened, we'll have to kind of just sit on that one and wonder what would have happened if we had lost Super Earth. Part of me kind of thinks that we probably would still be fighting over there right now, so yeah, I'm a little bit gutted that we're left in the position that we're in, but I'm glad that Super Earth is safe. That's all we've got time for today, though. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe and press notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.